Anthropomorphism actually comes from the Greek word anthropos, meaning human, and morph, meaning form or shape. Anthropomorphic characters have been around in art for literature for as long as up to 35,000 years ago. The Leuwenmensch figurine, I hope I pronounced that right, is the earliest example of anthropomorphism in artwork and is the oldest known work of figurative art. The world's largest furry convention to date was the USA's Midwest Fur Fest back in 2019 with a total attendance of over 11,000 people. The smallest furry convention known to date was a Norwegian con back in 2010 with a total attendance of 12 people. There was an online virtual reality furry convention in the popular game VR Chat due to the quarantine situation with over 1,000 people showing up for the event. The fandom is predominantly white, with about 83% of the fandom consisting of Caucasian, 2% self-identifying as African American, 2% Asian, 0.6% Native American, 3% Hispanic, 0.1% Middle Eastern, 3% East Indian, and 9% as other. Now, while that does add up to about 103%, give or take a few, it's because where I got my sources from on the survey, it tells you check all that apply. So yeah, take that with a grain of salt. The fandom is also predominantly male. At Anthrocon 2018, about 66% of the attendees were male, and about 21% female. The average furry has been in the fandom for about 6 to 8 years. The average fursuit... Oh my... The average fursuit can get upwards of 110 degrees Fahrenheit or 43 degrees Celsius when being used. The average furry makes around $31,000 a year as an annual income, which doesn't differ much at all from that of your average American. About 75% of furries have taken some form of post-secondary education, with them making an average letter grade of a B+. The fandom has a wide range of spiritual and religious beliefs, with about 25% of furries self-identifying as Christian, 1/3 identifying as agnostic or atheist, and about 11% identifying as pagan, shaman, or Wiccan. Most furries don't watch TV or movies regularly, but about 8 out of 10 furries use their cellular device at least once a day or more, and 94% of furries browsing the web at least once a day. Both hybrid and wolf fursonas are the most commonly used species, with less than 1% of fursonas being a deer fursona. So, I guess I'm special. More people in the fandom are gamers rather than artists, which isn't very surprising, but I just thought that would be cool to add. Furries tend to be more open to new things than the average person. Furries are at times 2 times as likely to be victims of bullying than the average person. Only about 18% of furries from Anthrocon 2018 were considered musicians. Most artists in the fandom are between the ages of 23 and 27. 98% of furries have owned a pet at one time, while about 68% of furries currently own a pet. While fursuits are the staple of the fandom, only about 1 in 5 furries actually own a fursuit, and 50% of the furries are interested or planning on getting one in the future. Women are much more likely to own a fursuit than men. The first ever furry convention was organized in 1989 and called Conference Zero at a Holiday Inn in Garden Grove, California. Only 65 people showed up, with about 2 or 3 actually in costume, but it was enough to start a revolution. 75% of furries are under the age of 25. Most furries don't tell their family they're a furry, but most tell their friends instead. And there you have it. There's 26 cool fun facts about furries. Hope you enjoyed this video. I had fun making it. If you did enjoy, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. It helps out a lot. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!